What's up, YouTube fans? Today I'm going to do a quick update on the FansToys Thomas. So I put in my review a couple days ago, and there were a couple little things that I missed and a couple of things I kind of learned afterwards, just playing with it and messing with it. Also, a couple of comments that I got. So the first one I want to talk about is these legs. So on the back here, these do tend to be a little bit loose, and some people said, hey, you know, is there a way to lock that in? And there is. So you can either push it up or down and get this. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can either get this this piece over this plastic piece, or get this one down on top of it. You can either go down or up. I like to go up, so if you go down, this panel ends up going lower. But when you get it overlapped like that, it no longer moves. So you can also go up and get it just slightly overlapped. It does stick up a little bit, so that might be a less clean look that people might not like. So either way, if you go down or up, you can lock that in, and now it doesn't move. So same on this side, you can just push that down just a hair and get it over the top of that. Sorry, you want this one pushed all the way down on this slider, but then you want this one just past the middle, right? Normally you put it right in the middle, but I'm just saying push it past. And that allows these to lock in a lot better. The other thing, and I did mention this in my review, but I'm going to mention it again, these metal pieces on the wheel do tend to get in the way of you tabbing this in. Let me zoom back out. So you want to move these up to the back and then close this and tab it in. Otherwise, you're going to have that problem where you can't get it tabbed in all the way. So make sure you do that on both sides and then tab it in, and then these are going to sit back here. I mean, again, you're not going to be looking at it from here, so what does it matter if you've got some metal pieces sticking up there? All right, so that's that. Another thing I didn't mention because it didn't happen during my, or I guess it did happen, is this piece sometimes falls out, that little metal piece right there. That's apparently it's a train whistle. I didn't know that. I thought it was something else, but it's a train whistle. So if that falls out, you can easily just pop that back in there, put it back in the hole. I'll just show you. Pops out, and you just pop it back in there. And it's nice and tight. At least mine is. Mine's nice and tight. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the shoulder pauldrons, or the shoulder, I guess, pieces that I guess it's more like a G1 or maybe even cartoon accurate. So in order to do that, you're going to pull his head backwards, so this whole panel. So pull these up, and you're going to pull this entire panel backwards. I like to put my thumb right there for the pulling part. And just get this out of here for a second. We'll leave that off. You're going to rotate these pieces right here. And I missed this in my review. I didn't show this, so this will be the first time seeing it on my channel at least. And rotate it all the way in. So same on this side. Rotate this all the way around. So you've got that. All right, now you've done that, you can take this panel here and get that back on. So you can basically slide it in and down. Okay? And then you're going to push the whole thing back forward. Push these out. And they kind of meet up. Right? The edges meet up right there inside that shoulder piece. I guess it's called a pauldron. I didn't know that. All right, and then this whole thing's going to peg all the way back in. And if you have it right, it should all, there's two tabs here that replace the two tabs that are there, two slots, and then two tabs on the inside. So those should be pegging in. And then this headpiece should also be pegging in. So you have it all right, it should be pegging in to those slots. If you don't, you might have to make a little bit of adjustment. But you should be able to get it all tabbed together. So let me see if I can get this. There we go. And it does take a little bit of force. Right? And then the last thing you do is put these collarbone pieces back down, fix his head, and there you go. Now he's got those shoulder pauldrons, or whatever you call them, those pylons. And they look okay. I don't really care for them. I prefer it without it. But if you want that, you can do that. And then the last thing, I guess I talked about it, but I didn't really show it. So these are double jointed knees. The issue is the bottom joint is very tight. So if you hold here and you push down here, you can get that bottom one to go. And then you got way past 90 there. So you can get him into a nice pose. The more you move that bottom one, the further you can get him. Let's see. So that's about as far as I can get his knee. So well past 90 degrees. It's definitely double jointed. It's just that this joint is very tight. And I did mention it. I just didn't actually show that you can bend it. And I thought maybe it wasn't possible, but it is possible. Okay, so he does have double jointed knees and double jointed elbows. Another feature I wanted to show off, but I cut it out just for timing in my full review, was how to use this flight stand in the robot mode. Now this isn't official. There's nothing in the manual about this. This is just me doing a fan mode. But go ahead and open up this. Now you would have had it like that if you had it in the shuttle mode. Close up these. And then make sure you're on the second one and not the first one. Make sure you're all the way in there. Right? And that's ready for use. Now you do a little bit of work here too. And again, that's why I said this is a fan mode. This is not a official thing. And some people might even say, you know, it's not worth it. But I'm just showing it to you and you can decide whether it's worth it or not. And so go ahead and pull this backpack out. And now you're going to end up with this piece down here. And it's going to stick out. But that's the way you need it. And then this backpack part you're going to have to pull out as well. So go ahead and open up these panels here. And this does require untransforming. So again, this is a fan mode, not intended for actual, you know, function, the real thing. So again, pull the backpack out. And we're going to take this backpack off here. For now, just rotate these. I mean, you can leave these pauldrons out if you want to, but I'm going to push them back in. Now, whoever told me they're called pauldrons, they got me saying it now. Leave this unattached because you can't actually do this with that attached. All right, and then push this back in. You should be able to get that tab back in. If you don't, make sure you have these straight. And you should be able to, there you go, back in, and then push these down. And now you're ready for flight mode. So you're going to use those same two tabs you used for the shuttle mode. You kind of have to open up his legs a little bit and then get this plugged into his back. And again, you do have to open up his legs a little bit, so make sure you have his legs opened up on both sides. And now we can plug. And you're probably already saying this isn't worth it. And I hear you. It's probably not worth it. All right, so go ahead and get the backpack back down to here. And just make sure you have that pressed in. All right. And then now you can kind of do some Superman flight poses. Whatever. Or he could be holding his gun. I mean, you could do lots of different things. But there he is flying in robot mode. All right, the last thing I forgot to show you in my full review was this panel on the back of the arm. So for those that need the full, you know, robot or, you know, G1 accurate, you don't want this little yellow panel. That's really intended for the windows in the train mode. So you're supposed to rotate it when you transform it back. I forgot to do that. So go ahead and flip that around and then push that back in. Same on this side. Go ahead. There's a little slot for you to stick your nail in. Rotate that around, flip that back in, and now you got the nice smooth purple. The thing is, you don't really see it, so I kind of just forgot about it. It's on the back, but now you got the nice clean arm, and you know that it's fully purple back there. All right, so that's really it. I just wanted to show you those little details I left out of my review, and hopefully that helps some people. And if you're looking for transformation help, all of that's in my video, my original video. I don't want to do another transformation video here because I think I got it pretty well down in the first one. All right, so thanks for watching, and that's really it. We'll see you next time.